Hello everyone. This class we are going to learn the poem The Time of Year by William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare was an English playwright, poet, and actor, widely regarded as the greatest writer in the English language and the world's greatest dramatist. He is often called England's national poet and the Bard of Avon. So let us learn the poem closely. The first stanza points out that it is an autumn which will soon lead to winter and end of all life. Second stanza points out that it is truly light, and the day is drawing to a close. Third stanza points out that all enthusiasm for life is quietly dying away, and soon everything will be just ash. Since life might be lost soon, the poet feels the pull of the love. The poet feels that pull of the love of the friend or beloved more than before. The stanza gives the reason and the couplet gives the conclusion. The first two stanzas establish what the poet perceives the young man now sees as he looks at the poet those yellow leaves and bare branches, and the faint afterglow of the fading sun. The third stanza reveals that the poet is speaking not of his impending physical death, but the death of his youth and subsequently his youthful desires, those very things which sustain his relationship with a young man. These 12 lines of the sonnet have a depressing and inevitable tone to them, leaving the reader with a sense of fatalism, and are starkly contrasted by the last two lines, which suggest that we ought to live the life we have to the fullest. We have to learn closely by stanza, which we can acquire more knowledge of this poem. The poet is preparing his young friend not for the approaching literal death of his body, but the metaphorical death of his youth and passion. The poet's deep insecurities is well irrepressibly as he concludes that the young man is now focused only on the signs of his aging, as the poet surely in himself. The first stanza, which implies the metaphor of the winter day, emphasizes the harshness and emptiness of old age, brought out through the images of the bareness of the church, which in ruins. The church is in disuse, with no music flowing out of it, except birds solemnly singing from a tree. The word sonnet is derived from the Italian word sonnet, meaning a little sound or a little song. A sonnet is a poem of 14 lines with a structured rhyme scheme in which thought about a subject is developed thoroughly. The Time of the Year poem wants the poet, his friend, beloved, to be very loving with him, Hence, he tries to impress upon the friend or beloved that he might not live for a long time, and within the short time available, they should be happy together. Then the poet says that he has reached his time of autumn when leaves are yellow, shiver in the cold wind, and start falling. There is no music. Changing his metaphor, the poet says that he has reached his twilight, when the night will soon approach and make him sleep. Shifting to another metaphor, the poet says that he has lost his glow of the fire and is on the ashes of his youth. Anytime this small glow will die down, it is for the reason that he might not live long. That the poet feels greater love for the friend or beloved and wants that person to love him more. Hope you all understand and clear about this poem.